Hello again, YouTube. Okay, this is part 2 of the alternator change on my 1990 Honda Civic hatchback. So what you see here is the new alternator that I purchased from AutoZone, and it came out to about $84.42 after core. So that means I brought them the old one and they replaced it with a new one with a discounted price. Okay, so we're going to install this. I'm going to show you how real quick. Just going to remove this. Okay, now that we have removed the tag and everything, make sure that everything is there. Most important piece that I would recommend checking is this one right here, because this is what's going to hold your wire. As you can see, it's all nice and shiny. This is not a refurbished alternator. This is actually new, brand new alternator. Okay, so first things first, we're going to insert the alternator in this hole right here, and then we're going to trap it right inside, just inside this corner right here, and then we're going to install the bracket, and then we'll move on from there. I don't know if you can see that. Make sure. So the alternator is right there. I just slide it inside through this hole, and it's right there. It's sitting right in that corner right there, real quick. And we're gonna install the bracket. Okay. Bolts in the bracket are actually 12mm in size. So I'm sorry, 14mm in size, correction. So I'm using a 14mm deep socket because we need that space. If you're using a wrench, you can't really get through there and you need a space. So use that, and it's just enough space. Perfect space for us to ratchet that in. So before you want to put this bracket inside, you are going to want to pound this if it does protrude inside. You want to make sure that it's protruding outside, that way you can actually slide the alternator without any resistance to it. Okay, so what we did was just spray a WD-40, lubricate that a little bit, and then just start hammering it down. So right there you can see the bracket that I have installed, and then we're gonna move up and try to install that alternator, or the alternator bracket, on top. So you're going to want to make sure that this is your alternator bracket. If you want to clean it, you can. Me, just let it be. I know it's kind of bad, but I'm just too lazy right now. Anyways, This is your upper bracket. So you're going to install the upper bracket. You will make sure that this bolt goes right here, and then we're going to screw that inside. So we're going to install it right here. Installing it. Okay, so now that the alternator is in, the bracket is still moving free. So we're going to tighten that up. Next thing to do is we're going to install this belt right here. We can go from either way. We can go from under, or you can go from underneath or go from above. I prefer going above, and then just pull the belt to the alternator right here. Align it perfectly. You're gonna want to go in the inner side of the pull, or towards more to the engine, and the pulling. Make sure everything's flush before you tighten it up. So now that we have installed the alternator, you have the brand new and shiny alternator there. We have made sure that the battery is plugged back in, and all the wires, both connections in the alternator are plugged back in too. You want to make sure that the belt is tight at to a reasonable tension. Tighten up all the bolts, and you want to make sure that the bolts underneath are also tightened up. Okay, so let's wrap it up, and that's how you install and uninstall an alternator. Well, I guess just install back in. Watch my other video on how to remove an alternator. Thank you, and you have a good day.